Hi, I'm Rich Harris and welcome back to another episode in my Asian Bites series for Video Jug. In this episode, I'm showing you one of the best soups in the world. It's the national dish of Vietnam, it's pho. It's full of flavour, it's full of texture, and it's absolutely delicious. So the first thing we need to do is heat our stock up. And a lot of love and attention's gone into making this. It's got roasted beef bones, onions, ginger, garlic, loads of spices, loads of herbs, and loads of flavour. I've strained the stock into a pan and then just bring it up to a nice rolling simmer. You don't want it to boil too hard because otherwise it's going to kill the delicate flavours in there, but just a nice kind of gentle simmer. What we need to do is start to build the soup. So first things first is to slice up some spring onions. If we divide the spring onions up into the white parts and the green parts. The white parts I'm just going to slice very finely and add them to the stock. For a full list of ingredients, check out the description box. Scoop up these bits and just drop them in. And just the heat of that stock is going to start to cook them gently, but they'll still retain a nice bit of crunch. And then to that, I'm going to add some sliced up red birdseye chilli. There's 3 chillies here, so it's going to be quite fiery. If you don't like that much heat, just reduce the amount of chilli. But I like it hot. So straight in there. So then take the green tops and slice them really finely. Just shred this nice and finely, and these are going to be act as part of the garnish for the soup. And then for a nice bit of sharpness, some lime. Chop through. And just get some wedges ready. So the base for any pho is some great rice noodles, and these have been soaked in boiling water for about 8 to 10 minutes until they're almost cooked through. So I'm just going to start to build up the bowl. Take some noodles, pop them in the bottom. So this dish to the Vietnamese is like fish and chips to English people. It's their national dish, it's a treasured dish, and it's something that's really addictive. It's full of flavour, full of spice, and every single household of Vietnam has their own different version. But this is about as close as I can get, and I think this is a really traditional take on it. Going to add some bean sprouts. It's going to give a great crunch to the soup. A few of our spring onions, and then some beef. This is flank steak, so it's a cheaper cut, slightly tougher but full of flavour, but sliced really thinly, it's really tender. So just lay some strips over the top. Next up, take some herbs. This is going to make the whole thing really fresh. So I've got some Thai basil, and just pick the leaves off into the soup. And this is a great dish for entertaining because you can have all your bowls for your guests lined up, build up all the soup, and then right at the last minute just pour the hot stock over. So plenty of herbs on this really fresh and vibrant. Next up, some fresh mint, and this is a classic combination in Vietnam. Mint and beef and chilli are just a marriage made in heaven. They work really, really well together, and it lightens the whole dish. And then finally, some coriander. Just pick the leaves off and chuck them in. That's going to give it that really nice fragrant sort of lemony flavour. Now at the moment this might seem a bit strange that I've got raw beef in a bowl, but because this stock is at a nice rolling simmer, it's just the right temperature that it's just going to cook the beef through, but without making it too tough, so everything's going to be beautifully soft. This stock smells incredible. It's deep, rich, earthy, beefy, there's star anise, there's fennel seed, there's ginger. All of those smells are hitting you coming up from the pan, and that's what's going to flavour our soup and flavour our beef. So just pour over the top, and you can see already the beef starting to change colour and just start to cook through. And just pour it quite slowly over the beef, and there we have it. It's just seasoned with a little bit extra fish sauce. So rather than salt, we're going to get the flavour of the fish sauce, and it's nice and salty as well. And then a good squeeze of lime juice. Just going to add a bit of zing. And there we have it. Here's my pho, Vietnamese noodle soup. Absolutely delicious, packed full of flavour and loads of kick from chilli. As you can see, the heat of the stock has just cooked that beef through, but it's still going to be deliciously tender and packed full of flavour. Can't pick it up. That is incredible. All the mint works so well with the beef. There's deep spices in the soup, and those noodles are really slippery, gorgeous, gorgeous soup. Absolutely brilliant. Easy to prepare, guaranteed to impress, and you'll keep coming back for more. If you've enjoyed this recipe, I look forward to seeing you back in the kitchen again soon for another episode of Asian Bites.